shipment of comics hasn't come in yet, so we're a little light today.
Hello, welcome to Area Man Lives.
Don't touch anything. Just kidding, of course. Utopitech is buying up everything. Pinata Pete's used to be an offbeat little staple of our community. Now it's all monkey gloves and eagle eyes. What a gimmick. No offense. Your Utopitech enhancements are real cutting edge. And my biggest complaint is that Utopitech is building a mindless consumer base. Just grab one of those bobblehead raptors.
Farewell to you, baby. Get yourself a monkey man. Now I'm leaving.
Cheap, mindless junk. But I can't keep enough of them in stock. People are lining up for them.
Farewell to you.
You may have noticed my service bell. With your Utopitech Eagle Eye enhancements, you should see a little asterisk floating near the bell. If you use the laser to grab the asterisk, you'll see more information, like a footnote to the world. I don't go in for most enhancements, but I really dig the footnotes. I add them to everything. They're never about anything important, so don't get too hung up on them. Once you've read the footnote, it goes away. In fact, I just added a footnote above the door you came in. Turn around and check it out.
What?
Now, I suspect you came in here looking for a great adventure. I love a comic book world. You have to slow down and really imagine the action to get the most out of it. Well, that works, I guess. But you can also turn around by nudging the joystick in the direction you want to turn. Try that now to turn back around.
It's all over now.
I find
Late
comics
night in town that goes to bed early. Okay. I hope that music won't be too much of a problem. If it is, I can't. Wait. Oh God, everything froze. What the fuck? Oh, what the?
Late night in a town that goes to bed early, one DJ sits alone in a seaside radio station.
30 seconds until you're on air. Reading your live lead.
Well, practically alone. There was the producer. It's hard to ignore that guy. The DJ's heart began to race because in just 17 seconds they'd be on air. 13
This game is
seconds
very
now.
interesting.
11. 7. 4.
Wait, I don't.
Just then the DJ remembered that the live lead was on the orange page.
Hey there, night owls. This is Taylor serving you with a healthy portion of the best local music with Dash as the rest.
That'll do. I've heard worse. The show's off and running now.
Oh my god. First day shit. Ah, fuck.
Hey, I was so transfixed by your performance, I missed the last call that came in. It went to the answering machine. Can you check it?
Sure, random person. Crap.
Maybe you're too young to remember how answering machines work. Let me make it real simple for you there, Fancy Britches. Just hit play next to the flashing light.
That's not it.
That's fine. I'll just listen to it later tonight. Unless you get curious.
Hey, Taylor. You don't know me, but I think you're supposed to help me. I know that sounds weird, but all week I've been having these premonitions, I guess. And I was trying to ignore them,
Okay,
but
what?
if they're important? You know, so I thought, Taylor, if I need to act on these clues I've been getting, then I need a sign to confirm it. And your show came on and you said,
No.
This is Taylor.
Look, regulation
And
to me.
my middle name is Taylor. So, I think
Alright,
you're my
that's a good
guy.
idea.
I'm gonna keep listening to you for more clues, so you just keep doing your thing.
That guy reminds me of some of the crazy people I met at AA. This town attracts some nuts like a cashew convention. Oh, crap. We're required to run an emergency broadcasting test today to keep our license. Only we don't have all that newfangled fancy schmancy equipment you had at the station you came from. So I need you to record the message yourself. Just turn to the white script, hit the record button when you're ready, and read it. Super simple. Even you can't screw it up.
I'm back at Floor Beach, and things are getting crazy.
Okay, how do I... There.
I'm waiting.
This is a
Hey,
test
wait,
of...
I just thought of something hilarious. Maybe try to do it kind of robot-y sounding, you know, like mechanical machine voice. I am a robot talking like a human.
Okay. This is a
And
test.
where it says beeps, just read those too. Our sound effects board is on the fritz, so really put some oomph into it. You know, like beep, beep.
Beep.
Sorry,
Beep.
just one more thing. Don't feel tied to the beeps. Put your own spin on it, like wah wah wah, or ooga ooga, or neener neener. Whatever you're feeling.
Neener, neener, neener. This is a test of emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. If this had been a real emergency instruction, you would follow this message. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo.
That
Beep.
was inspiring. Don't you go
Yeah.
leaving me to take a run at an acting career now.
What? That was the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
Are you kidding me, honey? I tried it 4 times. You watched me.
Yeah, sometimes the radio tower integration on that computer picks up stray signal bands. Keeps getting crossed with some tow truck driver's GPS. A little eerie that the GPS is always listening, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, you've just made it really obvious that you don't care if we go camping with my friends or not.
They're your friends, so no, it doesn't really matter to me, but it matters to you, and you matter to me.
If I mattered to you, then you would have tried to start it one more time.
I tried it 4 times.
Don't shout at me. The driver can hear you.
Oh no, another answering machine
Great.
I knew it.
Same lunatic?
I knew there was an emergency. You've been guiding me all this time, giving me clues, and this just confirms it. I hear you loud and clear. Today is the day I've been preparing for. Just keep letting me know what I have to do.
Could we
Man,
make
this
this guy...
job is boring. Want to take a few calls? You
Yeah,
could
sure.
ask listeners to call in with the most interesting thing they've ever found. I'll have the clock count you in and tell them the best call this hour wins 2 all-day passes to Pinata Pete's.
Alright.
Come on, it'll be great. There's nothing more entertaining than listening to the strange people in our town speak their minds. When the mic's live, just
Tell
say,
me the weirdest
"Call in
thing that
now.
happened to
Tell
you.
us about the weirdest thing you've ever found.
Close enough.
We've got some calls coming in. I'll patch them through to your phone. Most
Have
of
a
the
phone?
time they want to talk, but always hang up before you give your thoughts so they can't argue back.
The DJ noticed the blinking light, and somehow it came to them that the strange blinking light was actually a speakerphone system. They pressed the button next to the blinking light and greeted their first caller. Just then, the DJ remembered that whenever anyone takes a call, they typically begin with a standard greeting like, "Hi," or "Hello."
Hello.
The DJ thought for a minute about getting really specific and saying, "This is Taylor. You're on air. What's the weirdest thing you've ever found?"
This is Taylor. What's the weirdest thing you've ever found?
Oh, I'm on air? Cool.
Not what I said, but
Well,
alright.
I'm a beachcomber.
What?
I have a metal detector. I go search for treasure.
Is she eating something?
One
Yeah, it's making me
morning,
hungry.
I found a case with a clue on it. It said something like, "Finding you is like finding a needle in a haystack." So, I figured it out. I'm real good at puzzles and stuff. I went to Haystack Rock, and there were all these candles and flowers and a shovel with a note. And the note said, "Say yes." So I dug there, and I found a jewelry box. The ring inside was the most expensive thing I've ever found at the beach. I sold it, and I bought a nice boat. People are so stupid. We're actually calling from the boat right now. If you don't believe me, watch the sky over Haystack Rock.
Oh, shoot.
Did you see that? It's because I'm on a boat.
Can you believe her?
You're on the air. Fuck.
Raccoons are being tortured. I can hear them out there every night by the Tech building near Highway 7. And they cry their little raccoon cries, and you can hear them behind the dumpster, and they're just bawling and crying and screaming, and you can hear it.
Sorry, I tried to pre-screen the calls. She told me a story about finding herself. I tried to hang up on her, but she slipped through.
Okay. This is Taylor. How you're on the air? Tell me your weirdest experience.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So have you seen that show where people bid on storage units that are put up for auction?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's these people who buy abandoned storage units when the owner is defaulted on their payments. I can't believe they can do that. These are people's personal treasures and stuff, auctioned off to guys in tank tops and gold chains and stuff. Anyway, I went to one, an auction, and I wasn't wearing a tank top or anything.
Saw
but I
Mr.
did
Beast
win a
doing
unit. Got it real cheap because this one was sight unseen. They didn't let us
Bet
look
he
at
lost
it.
his shirt in the deal.
Actually, I made out pretty good. There was like 1,000 bingo daubers in the unit, and my aunt plays bingo. She's like really connected on the bingo scene, so I had a hookup. I sold all of them. The rest was gravy. Some troll dolls, little
Some
homies,
people
Hello
have
Kitty
all
collectibles, that
luck.
type of stuff. Yeah, it was a gold mine. I still got 45 wigs I'm trying to get rid of, all the same style and color. If someone wants them, tell them to make an offer. Here, I'll give you my phone number. It's
Cut 'em off. No phone numbers.
702-515-9098. And my
Never let them give out the phone number.
Alright. This is Taylor. You're on air. What's the weirdest experience you've ever had?
Yeah, thanks for taking my call.
No problem, bud. What's your weirdest experience?
Yeah, so I'm a driver for Uber. Been needing the extra cash enough. So anyway, one night I found this briefcase that someone left in my bag. I thought it might be locked, but it was unlocked. So I opened it to try to figure out who it belonged to. I mean, I wouldn't usually, like privacy and all that. Anyway, I opened it, and there were like hundreds of tiny sealable bags.
Whoa. Ask him what was in the bags.
What was in the bags?
Each little bag had hair in it, like little locks of hair with names on them. There were little labels in each with a girl's name on them.
What the heck? That's crazy.
That's really creepy.
Yeah, and to top it off, there was like this zipped up part in the case. And I opened that, and there were teeth, hundreds of teeth.
Oh my gosh. Make a joke about the tooth fairy. Joke about the tooth
I guess it was the Tooth Fairy's briefcase.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, I never found the owner.
Ask him if he still has it.
You still have it?
If you're wondering, I still got it. Looking at it right now. It's beautiful, actually. I mean, it's beautiful, the things you can
Maybe
learn
you should
about a
hang
person.
up.
Sandra's molar had a lot of decay. Maybe she had a sweet tooth.
Okay, that got weird.
Cashew Convention. People in this town are nuts. Maybe we should call it a night on the call-ins.
Yeah, probably.
Well, maybe one more. Can I take this one? I've always wondered what it feels like to take a call on the air.
Go
I never
ahead.
thought I really would after all this time. Do you mind?
Go right ahead.
Hey, you're on the air.
You still taking calls on weird things people found?
Yep. What'd you find, kid?
Well, my second cousin asked me to house it once when he was traveling for work. While I was there, I looked through all of his stuff, and I looked in his closet, and I found this journal. He and my mom weren't speaking at the time. They were in the middle of this huge feud. So I started reading the journal, because I thought it was a diary or something. Maybe there'd be some juicy tidbits about my mom. But then I realized it wasn't really a diary at all.
What was in the journal then?
It was filled with letters to an imaginary kid. The first letter was 10 years old, and he wrote a letter at least a few times every week. There were hundreds of them. Like he was writing to the child he wanted, but never had.
Oh, wow. What did the letters say? Do you remember any of them?
Oh, yeah. There was one I won't forget because I was in it. I actually have it right here. I wrote it down. It said, I saw my cousin's kid Brian today. He was getting ready for his baseball game. He's a nice kid. I think you two would have been good friends. I always wanted to play catch with my son in the backyard. I would have taught you my curveball. It's unbeatable.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to upset anyone.
No, sorry. It's just heavy. People don't think about what it can be like for men who don't have kids. Women tell people how they feel about infertility or miscarriages or things like that, but men keep it to themselves.
Or write it in journals, I guess.
So your second cousin never had any kids, still?
No. Kind of wondered if this was a kid he made a bolt together, or if he had a kid out there somewhere, or gave up a kid or something.
I never had any kids. I had an angry dad. I never knew what to expect from him. He never did anything with me. Nothing was ever good enough.
What the fuck
just
did
got
I
scared
am I
of him,
playing?
hating him. But then as a teenager, I learned he had a mental disorder. Ran in the family that he couldn't help it. So I tried to stop hating him. But then I was scared of myself. What if it was genetic? Well, what if I became like him and did that to some kid? I didn't. Fine, but I never had kids. I didn't want to take the chance.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call.
Hang up.
Put on a record or something. I just said that on the air. Huh.
For the punch you.
That guy really wanted to be a dad.
What the? Alright, well, I think that's enough. I do not know what I just witnessed, but mental breakdown.